Hey everybody, I'm Norris. It's November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving, and this is the Real Estate Headline Roundup in 2. First up with the national numbers, LPS says almost 6.3 million or 7.93% of mortgages are going unpaid as of the end of October. That's down 14.6% from a year ago, and guess what? California isn't in the top 5 states. How is that possible? The Bureau of Economic Analysis has decided to adjust its third quarter GDP rates from 2.5% down to 2.0%. That is certainly not good. The report also says there are expectations that we'll see more weakness in the final quarter of 2011. And for a little bit of good news, for the second quarter in a row, the FDIC's list of problem banks has shrunk. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency has announced the companies that will audit the large servicers involved in the robo-signing issue. And don't you worry, results aren't expected for over a year, of course, after election season. Reviews begun this month with letters going out to borrowers letting them know that they can request a review and possible remediation. They can go to www.independentforeclosurereview.com. These independent reviewers will also be looking into HAMP and private party loan modifications to see if those were done correctly. Freddie Mac is now requiring all parties in a short sale to sign affidavits, making them liable for intentional misrepresentations and negligence. The Norris Group has been all over this for the last 2 years, interviewing the FBI on our radio show. If you are involved in short sales and haven't taken the time to listen to those 2 interviews, highly recommended. They're in our archives. Remember, in the interviews, we're talking about A to B transactions, then B to C, and then also making sure you're fully disclosing what you're doing with the transaction. So disclose. Freddie Mac is obviously targeting what they're calling floppers, or investors and realtors representing short sales that buy something, give low comps, and then turn it too quickly. They see that as fraud, so just be careful. The House of Representatives has passed, and Obama has signed an extension to the increased loan limits through 2013. FHA can now insure loans up to $729,750, up from $625,000. For those working in high-end markets, it's an early Christmas present. The new National Association of Realtors president, Mo Vesey, recently visited Anaheim and reminded California realtors that their dues are going up by $40. This is to help pay for lobbying or champions of real estate. NAR is moving its budget towards advocacy for the next 5 years instead of programs, products, and services. Their advocacy budget will be going from 1/3 of the budget to 2/3 of the budget. So look for lots more lobbying from NAR, I guess, in the next couple years. So in this week's final segment, the MERS Minute, California Attorney General Kamala Harris, of course, pulled out of the multi-state settlement negotiations back in September. She was upset that she felt California was being asked for a broader release of claims against the banks than she thought was acceptable and probably adequately investigated. So this week, Harris smacked Fannie and Freddie with subpoenas requesting information on servicing, foreclosures, and property leasing practices within California. In late October, it was thought that the 50 state attorneys generals and the banks and servicers were really close to signing a $25 billion B as in boy dollar settlement, but it looks like they're trying to get Kamala and New York State back on the table, but I don't know if it's going to work, and we're now close to the holidays and election season. Is this ever going to end? That's it for the headlines this week. You can check out a lot more headlines on our blog, thenorrisgroup.com/blog. Upcoming this week on the radio show, we will continue airing I Survived Real Estate. The videos for that, as well as the financial brunch that we did back in October, are up on the website. You can check that out as well. Speaking engagements, December 4th will be at NSDREI's Let's Get Personal Holiday Party. Tickets are selling out quickly, and I think it's about to close, possibly next week. So get on that. And December 13th, we'll be winding down our year at SDCIA for a new talk entitled Real Estate Rewind. Happy Thanksgiving, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week.